We're excited to have Executive Vice President of Player Personnel, Eliot Wolf, joins us. Eliot, it's great to have you.
Thanks for having me here.
All right, it's good to see your quarterback right there, number 3 pick, get in the end zone. We'll get to that. But the big story this week, Matthew Judon traded to Atlanta for a third-round pick. Some reports where multiple teams are calling, but how did the week go for you?
Yeah, I mean, these decisions are never easy for us with Matthew, who's a core guy and one of our better players. You know, I think Matthew is probably the one that said it best. There's football, and then there's the business of football, and sometimes it's difficult to adjust to each thing. But we wish him the best. He was a good player for us, and I know he's going to do good things in Atlanta, and we have some guys that are capable of filling the mantle for him.
Right, and Devin, go ahead.
Yeah, how excited are you? You draft Drake May 3rd overall, and some people are upset we didn't see a lot of him last week, but seeing him out here right now, talk about his development so far.
Yeah, I think it's been a steady progression with Coach Van Pelt and Coach McAdoo, T.C. McCartney, the quarterback coach, and obviously Jacoby Brissett and Zappy and Milton are helping those guys out a lot. But it's been really fun to see the progression that he's done, and the fruition there was 2 scoring drives and a touchdown.
And I love that because we're talking about Matthew Judon, a guy that's being traded away in the future, and a guy like Drake May. Just talk about balancing a roster where you're trying to compete and win games now, but you're also trying to build for the future as we look at Drake May tonight. Yeah,
and I think that's a good point because we're always trying to build for the future, even though some things may not go the right way. We're always building for the future. Every decision that we make is important to us.
You've been around the game for a long time. I remember back in the day when I played, you had cuts pretty much every week. Now there's only one final cut. How tough is that to where you're dealing with over 90 players here? You got to get down to 53, and of course cuts happen, and then you got to get through waivers, and your roster still is in flux.
For us, it's the hardest day of the year. I mean, these are guys that have busted their butts since they got in here, work really hard, and there's a human element to it. You hear fans talk about, just cut them, trade them. These are people. So it's difficult, but every decision we make is in the best interest of the football team, and that's what we try to focus on.
Somebody pops on a day like today. We're sitting here watching Raekwon McMillan, a guy that's fought through injuries, and he's been with the program, but makes some plays tonight. You got to feel good for a guy like that.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's really fun to watch him compete out here, making plays on special teams, against the run, blitzing. It's been really fun to see him compete, and obviously, the key with him has been staying healthy, and he's been able to do that thus far.
Anything else that you're looking forward in this second half just with the team? What are like the key things you go into some of these guys that are later down on the depth chart?
Yeah, I think just continued development and seeing who the lights are too bright for or not bright enough. Like there's always guys that kind of step up and some guys that kind of fall by the wayside, and that helps us make our decisions.
The last one I have for you is we look at this offensive line as they're all coming into picture. How do you guys go about figuring out who that right 5 is going to be? As you've gotten a lot of seeing Vidarian Lowe, we're seeing Okorafor and all of these guys. How is it kind of deciphering who are going to be the 5 guys out there?
Yeah, I think it's exactly what you said. These reps are really important for these guys, and we haven't arrived at the final answer yet. We still have some time for that, but we've been moving a lot of different combinations, and the best 5 are going to play and give us the best chance to win.
Saw you down on the sideline last week. When we get the regular game days, real days in Kansas City after you have the Skyline Chili, you're going to be upstairs, going to be downstairs, or maybe a little bit of both?
I'll be upstairs.
Elliot, thanks for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the preseason.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right.